Okay guys, welcome to Aaron Engineering. So let's take a look at how we're going to draw this old T-nut here and using traditional hand drawing techniques, okay? So before we get started, if you don't have A3 paper, I suggest you use 2 pieces of A4, sticky tape, put them together like so in portrait, sticky tape down the center, flick them over, and you can start doing your drawing like that. I've got A3 paper on a board here. If you don't have a drawing board, you can use your kitchen table or something like that. If you don't have a T-square, okay, you can hold your set square, align it with something and use another square and hold this and slide this along to get your vertical lines, okay? Okay, before we start, we're going to be doing this drawing at 2 times, so 2 to 1 scale. So what the real measurements are, we're going to scale them up, all right? So to give you a look here, so here we have our T-nut. So if we draw just the front view and the end view real quick, okay. So it would look something like so, and coming down here. All right, so the length of the T-nut, I believe, is 28. Well, we're just going to round that up to 30. We're going to make that 60 mil. Okay, the height of the T-nut is 15. We'll just double it. We'll make it 30. Okay, the step here, 9. We're going to make that 18. So we'll do it over this side. That'd be 18. Okay, and the bit in the middle. So we're at 15. What did we round that up, didn't we? 25, 50. Yep. 15. That's going to be 30. Okay, so let's get started. All right. So the first thing we need to do is actually to look at the model we're going to draw. So this T-nut here, if you don't know what a T-nut is, they go inside a machine table on a milling machine or a lathe or something like that into what's called a T-slot table. It slides in and it allows you to clamp stuff down to the bed, such as a vise or a clamp set. All right. Now to get started here, we need to draw a border around the page, and to draw the border, we're just going to simply come up 10 millimeters. Okay, 10 millimeters there, 10 millimeters there, and draw our lines. I'll put my pencil there because I can't see on that side, and simply just nice light border. Put my pencil here, come up to the line. Okay, so 10 mil border all the way around the page. Coming in from here now, we can pick up our 10 here. And quite simply, I've got my set square here. And I can come across there and draw that vertical line. Same on the other side, from 10 mil in from the page. Flip it over. Coming down here, clamping that, holding that with my finger, and coming down here. All right. So now with our title block, we'd like to come up about 10 millimeters in the title block. So from here, 10 mil, so that's the mark there. And we can draw right across there with our title block. And we want to divide our title block into 3. So roughly we'll just come across 90 mil. Actually, I think it's about, well, we'll just try randomly 130 and 130 from this end. And that gives us, yeah, we're pretty close, 135 in the middle, okay? So 2 lines up here. All right, for our text, we'll go in the title block there. So roughly our text height should be 3.5 with Australian standards. So we'll just make it close as we can get it to 3. For a title block, I'd probably do about 5 mil actually. So most font in the drawing's 3.5. But for the title block, we can do it at 5 mil. Not too dark with those lines because that's where your text is going to be going. All right. Okay, we can write in here what it is. So we can write in here all uppercase letters. So T nut design. Try and write very neatly. I am rushing this a little bit because I'm worried about the length of the video. we're going to put here the date it was drawn, and today's date Today's date's the 28th. So the 28th of the 4th. And the year is 2020. And over here we can put scale. Scale is 2 is to 1. All right. Alrighty. Let's start drawing. So we're going to put our T-nut roughly around this area here. Okay. So let's come up at about 50 millimeters. All right. About 50 mil. And what we're going to do here is just gently put a light line across here, just very light line. This is a construction line. Don't do it dark. We can pick a spot here roughly. We'll probably come in at about 100 mil from the end. Oh, let's make it 120 actually, 120 mil from the end. And I'm going to shoot my vertical line straight up there, okay? Righto, the width of our T-nut was 30, so when we're looking at the T-nut here, guys, we're going to draw the front view first. So this is this view here. We're going to draw the top view second, so looking down here. And then we're going to draw the end view or the side view over here, all right? So front view will go here, top view will go there, and side view will go here, all right? So we need to come across 60 millimeters. So here's our 60. Remember, try and be accurate and as neat as possible. These are construction lines, so don't rule heavy. So just press light with your pencil. Okay, so we got that construction line. The height of my T-nut was 15. We doubled it, so it's going to be 30. So roughly 30. So up from here. Remember, we're drawing this at a scale as 2 to 1. So that means that the real measurement will be doubled, okay? And I can come across here. There we have it here. Now the shelf height was 18, if you remember. So this height here was 9. We doubled it to make it 18. So roughly 18's about here. Alrighty, so that's pretty much our view there as we have it. All right, so I could probably make that a little bit darker so you can pick it up on the video if you like. I don't suggest you do this at the moment. You can make your outlines darker once you finish the drawing. And me wearing glasses doesn't help because it's really hard for me to see the lines at this close to the drawing. All right, so there's my view right there now, okay? All right, so now we're going to draw, we're not going to put the hidden detail in, we'll do that later. We're going to draw the top view over here, all right? So I reckon we'll come up roughly from the bottom here. Let's start the drawing at around 100, all right? Because we want to give ourselves room for to do the other stuff. So we start here and come across to here, all right? So that line there is this solid edge here that you're seeing on the camera. So now we need to do the other solid edge up the other side. And as you know, it's going to be double. So if it's 25 here, okay, it's going to be 50 mil, all right? So coming up from here, 50 millimeters, all right? And now I'm working at the top of the board where I really can't see, to be honest with you, from here, from this orientation here. And there we have it. So now this will be my outline. So my outlines, remember, a little bit, the shade is a little bit darker than construction lines. Okay, so there's my outline. Alrighty, so now I need to put, I've drawn the outline, now I need to put these two lines up this middle here, all right, to pick that up. It's 50, 30, so we need to come up 10, all right, so we need to come up 10 mil here, and we need to come down 10 millimeters there, all right. So here we have it. I'm just going to put my pencil there to find the line. Oopsie daisy. Now I'm having trouble seeing this. So because I'm having trouble seeing it, I'm going to show you a little trick. Okay. I'm going to orientate my two set squares like this. All right. Now once I pick up this line here, that it's parallel, I can slide it up to here and pick up this one here. All right. Now I slide this up and I can get this one here. Now that's a neat little trick. I don't know if you knew you could do that. Okay, by orientating the bottom set square, holding the top one, orientating it till I find the correct, so it's parallel, and then I can get my parallelism right across the drawing. Okay, it's a neat little trick. Alrighty, so what we have to do now, we have to pick up the center point of this item, and we simply just draw a diagonal line. Now this will be a construction line, so don't push very heavily. Okay, just press lightly on the pencil to pick up the center point. Okay, so just very lightly, you can see here. Now I'm going to pick up this center point as well. Now I'm wearing glasses, as I said, and I'm getting a parallax error as I'm drawing, so I'm really trying my hardest to be neat. So what we do now, we get out our compass, and this is going to be in here, roughly 12 mil, so we're going to double it, so 24. We're going to draw a circle with a diameter of 24. Okay, now that's a diameter. If you're using a compass, remember you have to halve that because you're after the radius, so I need to do 12. All right, so simply put my set square here. I can feel the indentations here on my set square. This is a little bit of an old one here, so the indentations are a little bit hard to feel these days. They're probably about 15, nearly 20 years old, these set squares. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put it on 100, roughly here, and wind this in to 12. Okay, and there we have it. Remember, it's 2 to 1, picking up the center. And here we have it. Okay, so now this will be a thread in here as well, and we'll show that thread on these two lines in here. Okay, down here later on we put this drawing in. All right, so now what we need to do, because this is 9-line projection, I need to draw a 45-degree angle coming up here, because quite simply I'm going to project these 3 lines across here, 45-degree line up here, project those 4 lines across and down, and that will give me the side view. Okay, so watching here, so quite simply just press nice and lightly. These are projection lines, or commonly referred to as construction lines. Nice and gently. There's my 3 construction lines. Here's my 45-degree angle coming up now. Okay, now quite simply I'm going to project those across. Now I usually like to stand up to pick these up here, but I'm going to block the camera, so I'm going to move my T-square out of the way, set up my set squares again for you, that little trick that I showed you earlier. Okay, so there it is there. So project that across. Project that one across, this one across, and last but not least, that one there. Okay, and there's my 4 projection lines. Quite simply now, I project those lines down. Okay, so I'm coming from my drawing here, using my set squares to do this, of course. Clamping that down so it doesn't move, and I'm going to pick up this line first. I'm going to pick up this line second, this line third, and this line fourth. Alrighty, so now you can see the outline here. and I'll show you how that looks. Going to be there. This one's going to be here. Okay. Now I can do the vertical lines. One here, one here, one there, and one there. It's a bit like joining dot to dot, okay? Coming across now. Alrighty, so one more thing here. I can pick up these lines here in a second, so I need to show you what to do. So here we have the top view, the front view, and the end view, okay? Or the side view, all right? So, but we need to see, this will be hidden detail. So those lines, we'll see a line coming down through here. So watch this. So we pick up that edge there, and I'm just going to gently scribe down, all right? Now, once I find that there, I can go a little bit lighter. So this is going to be a dashed line. And the dashes are about 3 mil long with about a 1 mil space. I'm going to project this one down. And these are going to be a little bit dashed as well. Remember, the dashed lines, 3 by 1, 3 by 1. Okay. There's our hidden detail. Alrighty. Now, in theory, this is the thread. So there'd actually be another dashed circle around here. And you'd see 2 dashed lines coming through here. All right. So the pitch on this would be double. So if it was, I think it's... M12 by 1.75, so it'd be 3 mil out. So wherever that was here. So I'm going to open that up now to here. And make sure I don't encroach on the edge. Let's see, anything a little bit too big. Hang on. I'm just doing a little bit of a dashed line. Circle's just a little bit too big. All right. And now I can project those threads down to the bottom. And this one here as well from here. I might come over from this side so I can see it a bit better. Here we have it here. Remember, I'm trying to be as neat as I can, okay? So we can see the 2 hidden details, so that's telling us there's a thread in there. You can see the solid circle here with the dashed line to show you the thread, because as you can, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but you can see that solid line and then you can see the thread line, okay? Alrighty. Now what we need to do, we need to pick this hidden detail up over here, all right? So what I would do, once again, I would shoot my lines across. Turn this over. This is a neat little trick, this, guys. You can see how you can quite easily, I'm clamping the lower set square and allowing that to slide, okay? And now I can project that line ever so gracefully over there. And don't push too hard, remember. There's my lines. I can project those down now. And this will be our hidden detail coming down here. Remember, it's hidden detail because you cannot see it. Okay, but it's telling you that it's there. Okay, so remember, we should be able to see the thread in this one as well. Okay, so, well, the thread is there, so a little bit just on the outside of that. And there's our hidden detail, because you can see that that thread really encroaches right on that edge there. Like if you... my pencil disappears in there, so that thread is very, very close to that edge. Okay. Alrighty, so pretty much this is it. We need to erase the construction lines now. All right, so just very gently, we're just going to come in here and erase the construction lines or those projection lines. Remember, this drawing is called 9-line projection. Okay, and we just very carefully take out our projection lines so it doesn't look all messy. All right, now what they would do in the old days now, they would get a very fine black pen and they would ink in the drawing. Okay, so all these lines would be inked in. We're not going to ink it in, we're just going to stay with pencil for today. Remember, this is very old-fashioned drawing. It's handy to know. Of course, this day and age, one would simply use a CAD system to draw these drawings, and you would have high accuracy, and you could actually do something with the parametric data after you drew it in CAD. You could take it to a CNC machine or whatever it is you want to do and actually make these, okay? So before we move on, we need to put our views in. So roughly about 5mm from the drawing. Very light line here, light line there. We want to come down about 5mm. Sorry, 3.5mm. Okay, this here is going to be side view. Capital writing, 3.5mm high. This is going to be front view. Remember to write in uppercase. All right. From here, coming down 5mm. And then come down 3 from there, 3.5 from there. This one here is going to be top view. Alrighty, so here's our basic T-nut now. It's not one of my better drawings. Let me tell you that right now. It's as you get older, I'm really having difficulty seeing, and I think maybe I need to get new prescription glasses, and that could be half my problem. All right, but however, on a CAD screen, it's much easier to design. All right, I'm a strong advocate for CAD, as you probably know. Alrighty, so top view. Top view this way, front view here, side view here. Now there's a few things missing on this drawing. Obviously the material that was going to be made from, so we could have added down here. We need to write all measurements in millimeters, UOS, unless otherwise specified. We need to put some dimensions on here as well. So let's do those dimensions now. We can dimension this top view here. So I'm just going to pull it off from here to about 30. Okay, this one here, very lightly. Remember, your arrows are about 3mm long by about 1mm spacing here. Okay, and that was 50, so we said it's, 60, so it's 2 to 1, that was 30. That should have been 30, correct. So that is now 30mm. Okay, remember your lettering's about 3.5 high. We can put out the width on this side here.